We'll draw numbers. Good luck. First number this evening is 9. The second number, 2. The third is 14. Here's the fourth, it's 8. That fifth number, 26. The sixth is 5. And your seventh and final number this evening is 20. Here are your lucky double draw numbers once again. 9, 2, 14, 8, 26, 5, and 20. And the multiplier number drawn this evening is 2. Here's a look at some of our latest winners. Congratulations from all of us at the Barbados Lottery. Extreme Crazy 8s has joined the Crazy 8s family. It's crazy fun with 18 chances to win on every single ticket. A top prize of $108,000, a new bonus play area, and thousands of prizes from $50 to $400. So get your $10 Extreme Crazy 8s tickets today. Available at lottery agents island-wide. Now that jackpot for the next Mega 6 draw is now $1,735,000. And the Super Lotto jackpot, $4,250,000. Can you believe it? So get your tickets today because you have to be in it to win it. Join us at 9 p.m. for the next Double Draw show. The Barbados Lottery, supporting sports, youth, and culture.
Extreme Crazy 8s has joined the family with 18 chances to win on every ticket. Top prize of $108,000, new bonus play area, and thousands of prizes to be won.
You're watching CBC TV 8 in beautiful Barbados.
Barbados launches its 50th anniversary of independence celebrations in grand style. Bandits hit a car rental company. And in sports, Akila Jones and other top athletes honored at the BOA Awards.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
A spectacular launch as Barbados embarks on its 50th year of independence. Good evening, I'm Lisa Broom. An historic event of patriotic proportions. Hundreds of school children lining the streets. A parade of uniformed youth organizations. A flotilla, harbor police in traditional uniform. All assembled to start a sequence of events celebrating this nation's Golden Jubilee. The grand launch is underway at Independence Square, watched by thousands of people. And in addressing the thousands gathered in and around Independence Square for this afternoon's launch of Barbados's Golden Jubilee in the city, Prime Minister Frendel Stuart called on Barbadians to recommit themselves to the development of the country as it celebrates 50 years of independence.
It is within the capacity of Barbados to continue to nudge history in the direction in which we want it to go. Our size is no determinant of the kind of impact we can make on the global environment. So let us look backward, let us look inward, let us look forward, and let us look upward. Forgetting to look upward is to forget who it was who has been the people's guide for the last 300 years. And with him still on our side, we can have no doubts or fears.
Mr. Stewart identified 3 questions which he said provide an appropriate guide for Barbados as it charts its next 50 years.
What are those features of Barbadian life that we have lost and that we need to reclaim? What are those features of Barbadian life, second, that we have not lost and we need to retain? And what are those features of Barbadian life that we have not lost, but we have to try and discard as quickly as possible?
And filled with excitement, anticipation and pride, students from primary schools across the island waited for their chance to witness this evening's launch of Barbados' 50th independence celebrations. The CBC team used the opportunity to see what the students thought about the launch. Zakia Griffith of Blackman and Gollop Primary School says she was extremely excited.
Today is actually a very exciting day because it's not only for our country but also for us, because we're celebrating 50 years. We're celebrating the launch of our 50th anniversary.
Amelia Atkinson of Providence Elementary School explained why today is special.
Well, there's a little parade going on, and I think most of the schools are marching in it today. So I think today's really special because it's the 50th anniversary of Barbados this year.
And teacher of Charles F. Broome Primary School, Karen Wall, says she is elated the students are able to witness such an event.
So it's 50 years of independence, 50 years of breaking away from England, and we are holding our own despite some challenges both internationally and locally. Barbados continues to hold its own.
And the launch continues on MultiChoice TV Channel 115 during the newscast. Well, coming up after the break, bandits strike early this morning at a car rental company.
Get a Be Content plan from as low as $35 a month. Call us at 436-6200 for a quote today. Hashtag pay in installments.
This is the golden one. So join us on Wednesday, January 6th in Independence Square for Barbados We Come From as we launch our 50th anniversary of independence. Be there to witness the parade of youth uniformed organizations, the lighted flotilla parade, the special handover of the broken TRIDENT icon, a spectacular multimedia concert, and an amazing fireworks display. The parades and ceremony begin at 5 p.m. and later, the night will come alive with the sounds of Barbados. From folk to gospel, tuck to jazz, spooge to calypso and soca, and snippets from Alfred Pragnell, Cameron Brathwaite, and Adrian Green. We will celebrate Barbados with our cultural legends and their legacy. Performances by Mark Lord and the St. Leonard's Boys Choir, RPB, Gabby, Emil Straker, Arturo Tappan, The Warrior, Rupi, Natalie and Chantel, Peter Ram, and many more of our island's best. From St. Lucie to Christchurch, young and old, come to Independence Square to celebrate Barbados at 50. Wednesday, January 6th at 5 p.m. Barbados We Come From.
We always knew it, and December's systematic survey confirms it. The majority of Barbadians are watching CBC TV 8 between 7 and 10 p.m. That's a prime-time audience that spans all socio-economic groups. So when you really want to reach an audience, then there's no better option than CBC. CBC TV 8, your nighttime market leader.
A St. Michael businessman is counting his losses after bandits hit his car rental company early this morning. Managing Director of Detail Car Rental, Stuart Stout, says a vehicle along with a number of other items were stolen early this morning. The businessman says his losses could amount to over $35,000.
Found the gate the way it was with the padlock, still having the gate shut together. Upon further investigations, we realized that the office was broken into. A locked drawer had been ripped open and a specific key for a car was taken.
Mr. Stout was visibly upset about what he says was a desperate act. Apart from the material damage to the business, he highlighted a number of intangible losses.
These fellas don't realize the implications when something like this happens. The ripple effect it has on the business, on the people that are employed by the business, things like that. You know, we all have families to feed. My employees have families to feed, and they're looking for the work to get done so they can get paid and feed their families. And when things like this happen, it just brings a bad vibe to the whole scenario.
A leading insurance provider in Barbados has revealed some startling statistics about accidents on the island's roads. Shane Seeley has that story.
Cooperators General Insurance says in recent times, 1 in every 5 accidents recorded by the company involves unlicensed or uninsured drivers. In an exclusive interview with CBC News, General Manager Anton Lovell says it's a trend which needs urgent attention from the local authorities. He explains it has serious consequences for insurance providers and their clients.
Not only when persons don't have license, don't have insurance, getting in an accident, we've recognized that 99.9% of the times, these persons are in fact the negligent party. And it puts a real burden on the other party because who are you going to recover against? If you have an insurance, yes, you can go against, you can call the other insurance company or they report the accident, and the insurance company would cover you for your loss or damage. And the real problem is if the person or persons are injured, who they're going to call upon.
The insurance boss is meanwhile calling for the speedy introduction of breathalyzer testing to curb the number of accidents on the island's roads. He's also appealing to the government to enact laws preventing the use of mobile devices while driving.
We think breathalyzer testing is something that should long ago be introduced, and we want government to seriously also look to the cell phone use and other devices that distract people whilst driving. We recognize that there are a number of accidents being caused that we are sure connected to these two, whether drinking and driving or the use of cell phone.
His comments come as he voices support for the Barbados Road Safety Association. Its president, Charmaine Rowland Bowen, made similar calls less than a week ago. Shane Seeley, CBC News.
The rights to the Barbados Music Awards have been sold. This from founder and producer of the show, Ronnie Morris. He talked about this and other issues during an interview on CBC TV8's The Mix this afternoon.
It has been 11 years since the first Barbados Music Awards was held. The event was designed to recognize local artists for the work they put out over a year. Now, founder and producer Ronnie Morris says the time has come to give up the show to someone who shares his vision for it. And while he will continue on as a consultant, Morris says Anthony Nader and his company, Nader Biz Entertainment, now owns the copyright to the show.
They will have a team which will work with them to execute the event, of which I will be a part as a consultant from a creative angle and from knowing the experiences over the years and making recommendations and that kind of thing. But we also have Anthony Nader, who owns Nader Biz, is a director of COSGAP. So he's not someone foreign to the music business.
He also shared some of his dreams for the event.
I think the BMA should be a week-long celebration. I think the BMAs needs to be one where you have booths and exhibits for an entire week. And the booths and exhibits should rotate where artists can present their music, sell their music, and we invite people like Best Buy and Walmart, Target to come in, as we do with trade shows, to get interest in what's going on, and allow these artists to have shelf space in their stores, features on their websites, and that kind of thing before the event itself. I think the event should be a big music awards event held in Barbados, recognizing Barbadian talent, but for the global media. So I want it to become more of a media event.
Morris says some of the event's successes over the years include Rihanna coming to Barbados to accept her first award, as well as Livy Frank, J. Cole, Hal Linton and Dwayne Husbands all receiving international attention after their performances. The event producer is disappointed, though, that, according to him, Barbados has not yet reached the stage where it facilitates the development of the entertainment industry.
We're outperforming our support base.
Okay.
So when you see Marcia Weeks doing what she's doing, and these films are launching in Hollywood, and they're all over the world, and you see all these people doing so well, you see Rihanna doing what she's doing, it's not necessarily because of a wealthy Barbadian seeing you at 15 years old on a stage and saying, let me put $2 million behind you. That never happens.
While on The Mix, Morris presented CBC producer Belle Holder with her BMA for the work she has done on TV to expose the talent of local musicians.
Opposition leader Mia Mottley has indicated that residents in the north of Barbados affected by water woes could soon be protesting the matter. She was speaking last evening at a town hall meeting in Lamins, St. Joseph. Ms. Mottley told residents that in a period when the Barbados Water Authority has improved headquarters, a drop in oil prices and a water metering project underway, it is unacceptable that government cannot meet the basic needs of Barbadians in supplying them with water.
Since the government will not come to St. Joseph and St. Thomas, they feel St. Joseph and St. Thomas must go to the government. I have heard it loud and clear. I have to stop short in Boscobel before we make a decision. And once we go there and the situation remains the same, and the heartache and the pain and the anguish remains the same, this is not, you don't take and do things for the sake of doing it. But enough is enough, is enough, is enough.
St. Joseph resident Adrian Boo Husbands contends that the water woes are creating a huge social problem where only the fittest will survive.
We cannot allow this situation to get to the point where we now become our own enemies because of water, when we know that there is water. You never miss the water, the well will dry. And if you know that the well is going to run dry and you're responsible for providing water, then you make the requisite plans and the necessary plans. You put them in place to make sure that the well does not run dry. You do not wait till the well is almost running dry, carry that water, and then tell the people who complain, I don't see the solution coming to you, sure.
And in response to possible protest, Acting General Manager at the BWA, Dr. John Mwanza, would only say that people have the right to exercise the options that they choose. Regarding not charging customers for the period of time their taps were dry, he said the BWA has done so in the past and it is open to those who have not had water for an extended period. Well, still to come, a look at some of the stories making headlines across the region. And remember, you can follow us on Twitter at CBC_newsroom, as well as on our Facebook page, CBC News Barbados.
I learn. I gain confidence from practice. Teamwork teaches me that some challenges have more than one answer.
Only Milo contains Active Go, which is a blend of Protomalt, a unique malt extract, and micronutrients to help prepare your child to get the best out of their day.
Thanks, Mom. Now I am ready.
Milo, energy food drink of champions.
Distributed by Massey Distribution.